Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you have checked the PDF already sent to this group. Okay, this PDF was just to help you to write an unknown inorganic sample. That how to write it. Okay, you will got help, but you need not to write as it is. You have to take the help from this PDF, and using it you can write. Now today I will show you two such sample that suppose two sample is unknown to us and this sample is given to us and how to check that what is present there. Okay, so for this we will do that test. But before going to that, I will just give a repetition of this just in brief that you will be supplied one solid sample. Okay, then dissolve it in water, keep it reserved, and then you have to go for two different tests. Okay, I sent two such PDF. Okay, that is just to help you that you need not to copy it. You need not to copy it. It will be wrong representation. Okay, carefully listen to me that you need not to copy it. It is just to help you. It is just to help you that how you have to write for this. Today's class is also one of the vital class regarding to that. In that class I will discuss regarding to that experiment you have to write. And next is that, okay, so that's all for today. Now I will discuss that. At first you will given a solid sample, then make it solution by adding water, then this is called OS, original solution, then test for acid radical and test for basic radical. So acid radical basically chlorine, sulfate, nitrate, and basic radical there are a lot of. They are given in different groups. Hope you have checked it. Now today I will discuss regarding two unknown salt which may be supplied to you for your exam. Okay, now the more important is that how to represent it, that how to write in the tabular format. Okay, so for this class is proved to be important for you. Now what we will perform here for anion, we will go by that test. The direct test for anion is given in that PDF. You can check it. There chloride, sulfate, and for nitrate. And for weight test, I will show you that how to go for the group separation table, how to go according to that systematic analysis, so that we get confirmed result about the presence of one particular cation. So for this is very important. Now I am giving a repetition that what are the group reagents, because in original solution you have to add this group reagent. If PPT comes, then this PPT you have to dissolve it in a particular solvent and then go for the different test. Okay, so now I will show you two such experiment that taking this as an unknown salt. Okay, so what is will be the sample given to you, dissolve it in water, make the OS, then go for the basic radicals test and one acid radical test. Now observe the performance of that test and look at this how the results come. Okay, so now this is the performance time. Okay, now you can see the disk. Yes, you can see it. Okay. Now here the solid sample is there. Here the solid sample is there. Okay. Here the sample is there. Now this I have already prepared the solution by adding water. Now I am just taking this as OS. This is the OS. Okay. This is just the sample dissolved in water. Now kept it for the next experiment. So at first I will go for the test for basic radical. So this is the OS. Now take this little amount of OS in a different test tube. Add group reagents. What are the group reagents? At first you add just a few drop of dilute HCl. This is for group 1. Okay, added, no PBT comes, no PBT, that means group 1 absent. Next, I will go for group 3. Group 3 reagent is NH4Cl and NH4OH. So at first add NH4Cl, after that add NH4OH. Check that if any PBT comes or not. Okay, added, no PBT results. After that, we have to go for group 5. That is ammonium carbonate. You can see that the PBT results. PBT comes. That means there is the probability to find group 4 radical. This is not an individual. What does the group 5 contains? That is barium, calcium and strontium. So after that, taking this PBT, we have to go for the test. Now for filtering it, we will require a filter paper. For this is the filter paper I have taken already. Okay, first half fold it. Again, that is 1/4 of this filter paper we have to choose. Now place it in the funnel. This is called placing the filter paper on the funnel. After that, place it over a conical. Now filter the solution. It will take some time to filter it. Okay. Now taking the residue, what will be there on the filter paper, dissolve this residue on dilute acetic acid or hot dilute acetic acid, and then the filtrate you have to divide into 3 parts. That is for barium, calcium and strontium. Okay. Okay. Now this is being filtered. Now what is the reagent we will require? So this PPT should be dissolved on acetic acid. So we have ready here acetic acid. This is the acetic acid. Now the question is that how to get the residue from that filter paper. How to get the residue? For this you will make just a point here at the bottom. You will make just a point at the bottom. This is called filtration. This residue might be for calcium, for barium or strontium. We don't know in specific. So to become specific regarding to that, we have to take this residue which will be dissolved in acetic acid. Then we have to go for a test. Now to take the residue, as it is a very little amount of residue is formed, so for this just make a pin on the bottom. Okay, now take a beaker. Just use that stick to make a hole on the bottom. Now add acetic acid along the wall of that filter paper so that the PPT may dissolve on this acetic acid and go to the solution. Okay, this part is over. Now this is the solution. Using it, we have to go for the test of barium, calcium and strontium. Now take this little amount of this solution in 3 different test tube. Take this in 3 different test tube. This filtrate by very little amount, that is 1 or 2 ml. Now add one by one the reagent. First one, we will add potassium chromate for barium. If any PPT comes, then it is for barium. Okay, no PPT was there. It is just a transparent solution. After that, we will use here that ammonium solution, ammonium sulfate, to check the presence that any PPT comes or not. Okay, we have added here no PPT results. That means strontium also absent. So another one remaining is that for calcium. So for calcium, we will add sodium oxalate solution. Okay. Now the results arises here. The white PPT. This white PPT indicates that your sample contains calcium. Okay. Next, this is for basic radical. Now I will go for that acid radical, what may be present there. Okay. So acid radical, it is simple one, just the OS takes in 3 different test tube. Now add consecutively silver nitrate and barium chloride and check that the PPT is coming or not. Okay. So just take a little amount of OS, then add silver nitrate for the checking of chloride. Silver nitrate. Okay. The white PPT results. This indicates that chloride is present in your sample. Okay. This indicates chloride is present in your sample. Now you have to check it that adding NH4OH solution, that it is dissolving or not. If it dissolves, that is due to the formation of soluble compound, it is dissolved. Okay, it was dissolved. It will be total clear when we will add extra NH4OH. This indicates that your sample contains chlorine. This indicates your sample contains chlorine. It will be dissolved totally if you add more ammoniacal solution or ammonia to this. Okay, so this is to prove that your sample contains chlorine. So we got calcium and chlorine, that is calcium chloride will be the probable composition of that sample. Okay, next one, another one sample we will take today, that will be also an unknown sample. Now to check it, if you look at the PDF just sent to you last day, that means yesterday, in this PDF you can see that there is a test, that is the direct test for cation. Have you seen it? That the direct test for cation is given. Have you checked it, that the direct test of cation? So these direct tests also give you the positive response according to the presence of the cation. There is a PDF sent to your group yesterday, so check it carefully that it is just a handwritten copy. Next, another one sample we will take today, that is will be another one unknown sample. So at first we have to take the solid sample to prepare the solution. At first, the physical state is also a part of this observation. This is white and crystalline sample. White and crystalline, just add water to it to make the solution the OS. Now keep it reserved for the further test. Okay, they are totally dissolved, so it is soluble in water. Now take a little amount of this to test for the basic radical. Okay, so we will add according to the previous, that is through the group separation, because if we got one PPT, then it will be easier to find it out. Otherwise, you can also do it by adding the test for different sample. That is ferrocyanide you can add, chromate you can add, potassium chromate. This is responsible for one individual. But if you go through the group separation, then it is according to the way that you have to perform. So for this I am going to this method, that is dilute HCl. If any PPT comes, then group 0, group 1 present. No PPT is there, group 1 absent. Next, why I am omitting group 3 and group 4, 2 and 4, because it requires H2S. Okay, as I know that it is absent here, so I am just omitting that part. Now I am adding for group 3, no PPT was there, that means it indicates that my sample does not contain group 3 cation, that is iron and aluminium. Next I will go for group 5, where we have to add ammonium carbonate to this. No PPT is there, that means group 5 also absent. After the group 5, we have to add the reagent for group 6. The reagent for group 6 is not specific, it is just a special compound, that is disodium hydrogen phosphate, Na2HPO4. It gives a positive test for magnesium. Now check that any PPT is coming or not. At first, when we will add, okay, check it, that is a very good PPT comes here, that means it indicates that it contains magnesium. Okay, it contains magnesium. Clear? Next is that we will go for the test of anion. So we have prepared already the OS. Now taking this little amount of OS, add silver nitrate and barium chloride to check that it is present or not. So taking the solution in a little amount in two different test tube. Now we will add barium chloride and silver nitrate solution one by one. If white PPT comes in both these cases, then anyone may be present. So barium chloride, after adding, no results. Next we have to add silver nitrate to check that it is present or not. Okay, there is also no cardi white PPT comes. This light color PPT does not indicate that your sample contains chlorine. It is just for the tap water. Our tap water contains a little amount of chlorine in it. Now we will go for the test of chloride, that is nitrate. What is the test? This is called brown ring test. For this you will require the freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution. So I at first prepare the ferrous sulfate solution on a different test tube and then go for the test. So freshly prepared ferrous sulfate we have to prepare here. Because iron 2 state is very unstable. So for this freshly prepared is required. Otherwise the compound will not form on that specific property. So it is freshly prepared ferrous sulfate. After some time it will turn to brown because the conversion of iron 2 to iron 3. Okay. Now take a little amount of this OS. Now add ferrous sulfate, freshly prepared ferrous sulfate. Now you have to add concentrated sulfuric acid. Now when you will add concentrated sulfuric acid, you should be cautious and use the dropper. Now check that how to add it. This you have to add along the walls of the test tube. Okay, now check that at the bottom one ring is forming at the bottom. One ring is forming, it is very unstable. This indicates that your sample contains nitrate. Now there are some other tests to show the presence of nitrate, but these are under preliminary section. That take the sample, the dry sample, add concentrated sulfuric acid and copper turning. It will give you a brown color fume that indicates preliminary that your sample contains nitrate. And what is the preliminary test for magnesium? There is no such test for magnesium, but it gives positive response in the reduction test or like that. So in that way you have to write. Now the next section is that I will show you that how to write this sample if comes. Okay, this is just an indication that how to write or this size sample. Now I will discuss it on the board that how to write for this sample. Okay, so first sample we have got, that is calcium chloride. Now calcium is present in group 5 and chlorine will be present in the respective section. Okay. Now first is the physical characteristics. Physical characteristics. That the color is white, crystalline, white crystalline. Solubility. Solubility is in water. Okay. This is on the introductory part. Now we will go for that experiment section. So experiment, observation, inference. Experiment number 1, dilute H2SO4 test. Here there will be no such responses because our sample contains chloride. So in observation section no gas evolve. Inference section, that is NO2 minus, S2 minus, SO3 2 minus, CO3 2 minus absent. You have to write in that manner. Number 2, concentrated sulfuric acid test. Concentrated H2SO4 test, it will give you a white fume. It will give you white fume of chloride. So you will write here white fume. How we can write it? Because in confirmative section we have confirmed that chloride is present in our sample. So wherever there is the probability to find out chloride in preliminary section, you have to present it. And all the experiments, as I told you on the last video or last class, you have to mention in the experiment column, and there will be a particular format to represent in the observation. It might be that the observation is there, the characteristics observation, or the characteristics observation may not be there. So white fumes comes, maybe Cl minus. Number 3, concentrated H2SO4 plus copper turning. No brown fume. No brown fume, that means NO3 minus absent. Number 4, test tube heating. Test tube heating, what gives a positive response? No characteristics color. No characteristics color, gas, sublimate. That indicates the zinc, lead or ammonium absent. After that, number 5, that is test tube flame test. Flame test. Here brick red flame is there. Brick red flame. Calcium may present. Number 6. Number 6, it will be Next is number 6. Number 6 is, after the flame test, this is charcoal reduction test. Charcoal reduction. Here no characteristics color or no characteristics mass or residue, that is copper 2 plus etc. absent. Number 7, that is Borax speed test. Borax speed. Now Borax speed for the basic as contains calcium. So Borax speed test do not perform because the sample was colored. Sample was white sample, so not perform. Now there will be a respective conclusion that copper sample, manganese etc. absent. Number 8, that is KMnO4 test. KMnO4 test. Okay, so for KMnO4 test, for KMnO4 test, here as chloride is present, so decolorization will be there. Decolorization of KMnO4. The color of the KMnO4 will fade when you will add the sample to this KMnO4. This indicates that the halides, iron 2 plus, etc. may present, because it is positive for all the halides. It is not specific for chloride. Okay, halides and iron may be present. These are all under the dry section, that is the preliminary section. Now we will go for question, number 9, that is the conformative test for anion. Question number 9, conformative test for anion. OS plus AgCl in observation section. This will continue. White PPT dissolve in ammonia, Cl minus confirm. You need not to write for the next two, that is for sulfate and nitrate, that is the sulfate and nitrate test is omitted because we have confirmed one of these. Next, number 10, that is weight test for cation. So as we have to go for group separation, this is very important. Now observe it. So when you will write this section, so first you will write in that manner: OS plus dilute HCl. Okay, before going to OS plus dilute HCl, make confirm that group 0 is present or not. OS plus solid NaOH, no smell of NH3, group 0 absent. Next, OS plus dilute HCl, no PPT, group 1 absent. OS plus dilute HCl plus H2S, no PPT, group 2 absent. OS plus NH4Cl plus NH4OH, no PPT, 3 absent. Next, OS plus NH4Cl plus NH4OH plus H2S, no PPT, 4 absent. Next, OS plus NH4Cl plus NH4OH plus NH4 whole 2 CO3, ammonium carbonate, PPT comes. or white PPT, group 5 present, that is within bracket calcium, barium, strontium. Any one out of these may be present. Calcium, barium, strontium. Okay. So now we have to become confirmed regarding to that which one is present in our supplied sample. For this PPT you have to filter that I shown you on this experiment. So taking the filtrate, taking the PPT, dissolve in acetic acid, divide the solution into 3 parts. This solution, divide the solution in 3 parts. Then first part plus K2CrO4, first part plus K2CrO4, potassium chromate, no PPT, barium absent. Next, second part plus ammonium sulfate, no PPT, Sr2 plus absent. Third part plus sodium or ammonium oxalate, Na2CH2O4, white PPT, calcium 2 plus, confirm. Okay, this will be the end of this chart. After that, our supplied conclusion, it includes our supplied sample contains calcium as basic radical, formula is Ca2 plus, and chlorine as acid radical, formula is Cl minus. So in that way you have to represent for an unknown sample. Now the next one, it was magnesium nitrate. Now I will give you the hint how to write that magnesium nitrate. Okay, check the last section of this, the previous one, then I will go for magnesium nitrate. That if magnesium is present, then how to write it. Okay, clear this one? Thank you. Next one is for magnesium nitrate. Though it was unknown to us, but after experiment we are sure it contains magnesium nitrate. Next is that, so the physical characteristics at the beginning, it will be the same, white, crystalline, soluble in water. Okay, after that we will start from the experiment number 1, that is dilute H2SO4 test. So what does it contain? That nitrate. Here the gases, no gas evolve, that is like the previous CO3 2 minus, NO2 minus, S2 minus, SO3 2 minus absent. Number 1. Number 2, concentrate H2SO4 test. Here no gas evolve because it is not present. So NO2 minus absent, and halides also. Halides absent. Number 3 is that concentrate H2SO4 plus copper turning heat, brown ring is formed. Brown ring, this will give you that NO3 minus may be present. Number 4, test tube heating. Test tube heating. So you can observe that all the points I am writing, that is same. All the experiments I have to mention on this column. Regarding to that, if we got any characteristics observation or not, it will be included in the next 2 column. So the test tube, heating test tube, that solid sample taken in a dry test tube, heated in the Bunsen burner, observe any color is coming or not. Now here we have got magnesium. Magnesium do not respond in this manner. So here no gas, color change or sublimate form. Sublimate form, that is NH4 plus lead, zinc, etc. absent. Number 5 is flame test, no characteristics flame. So calcium, barium, strontium, copper absent. Number 6 is charcoal reduction. Charcoal reduction test, no colored residue. No color residue, that is for charcoal reduction test it is aluminium phosphate absent. Number 7, that is borax speed. Borax speed test, as the sample is white, so borax speed test was not performed. So here no characteristics observation. Here you will write that borax speed, cobalt, manganese, that all the color sample, copper absent. Number 8, KMnO4 test. KMnO4 test, decolorization of KMnO4, decolorization of KMnO4 not shown. That means iron, halides, oxalates absent. So these are all about the preliminary test. Now we will go for that confirmative section for at first the anion. So for anion at first, when we will go for the confirmative test, we have to prepare the solution. So for this, take the solid sample in a test tube and then add water to it, distill water obviously, then make the solution, keep it reserved for the next test. Okay, so the column will continue in the same way. Experiment number 9, test for anion. So OS, preparation of OS you can write in different way. OS, that solid sample plus distilled water, this is equal to OS. OS plus silver nitrate. In observation section, what you will write? No PPT, Cl minus absent. OS plus barium chloride, no PPT, SO4 2 minus absent. OS plus ferrous sulfate plus concentrate H2SO4, brown ring, NO3 minus, confirm. So we confirm NO3 minus. Now the remaining is that test for the basic radical in confirmative way. That is number 10, test for cation. OS plus NaOH solid, no ammonia, 0 absent. Next OS plus dilute HCl, no PPT, 1 absent, group 1 obviously. OS plus dilute HCl plus H2S, no PPT, group 2 absent. OS, and then after that NH4Cl, this is the group reagent for NH3, no PPT, group 3 absent. This is under group 4, after that group 3, after that group 4, this is NH4Cl plus NH4OH plus H2S, no PPT, 4 absent. Okay, next is that we will go for the next test, that is for group 5. So OS plus NH4Cl plus NH4 whole to CO3, ammonium carbonate, saturated ammonium carbonate solution, that is for group 5, no PPT, 5 absent. So the remaining solution, that is taking the OS plus NH4Cl plus NH4OH plus Na2HPO4 disodium hydrogen phosphate, that is white PPT. White PPT group 6 present within bracket magnesium 2 plus, because it is only one cation. Group 6 magnesium 2 plus present and confirm. Okay, after that just you can write the confirmative test of that particular ion, that is magnesium found here and the nitrate found in the anionic section. After that then we will close the column, that close the format. It is continuing from the top. After that write in the conclusion, write the conclusion. Our supplied sample, suppose I10, contains basic radical, that is magnesium ion within inwards, magnesium ion inwards within bracket Mg2 plus, and nitrate ion NO3 minus or nitrate ion. So in that way you have to complete the overall procedure. Okay, so now you can see the board properly, I think. So in that way you have to represent all these sample. After today's class, every student can, if they minutely look at the video and also study the format given to you, it will be easier to write the sample, the unknown sample. Okay.